my creative peeps, and welcome back to my channel for another video. We're starting off this video with a little bit of a flip through my giant journal. Now, of course, I'm sure you saw the title of this video, so we are going to talk about why I'm abandoning this journal a little later on. I'm going to go ahead and show you how the pages are looking now, and then we're going to take a little bit of a journal session together. Alright, so this is how the pages are looking thus far. I'm about halfway through this journal. Of course, as you see, I work not on one page start to finish, but a bunch of pages over a long period of time. So I still have a bunch of pages to finish in here, and I hope that that eventually happens. But for now, I'm just kind of going with the flow. So here I'm going to add a couple of my stickers. These are stickers that are in my Etsy shop. Every month or so I create a color coordinated planner and journal kit that you can use, like I just said, in your planners and journals. So this month's kit was this green and kind of coral blush design. It's called Seaweed and Coral. So the color matched perfectly with the page colors that I painted as a challenge to myself this month, which has proved to be quite the challenge. I do have to tell you, I painted this page all of this like pink color and then the other page a teal color, and it has definitely stretched my creativity. As you can see, I haven't got very far with them. I struggled a little bit with the turquoise page at first, but I did work that out and get that all sorted over on Patreon, Journal With Me. So that was awesome to finally have that in a place that I enjoyed. So now I'm just trying to figure out how to work on this coral page. It's such a bold move to have such a crazy background, but like I said, I really wanted to challenge myself, and hopefully I will eventually finish these pages, maybe. So yeah, I'm just going around and doodling. I love doing things in threes, so if I do it on one spot on the page, I love doing it two other places so that it kind of balances it out. I can't talk today, my goodness. So that it balances it out and doesn't look so weird. So next I'm kind of going through the ephemera that I have saved up. I have these labels from a beer bottle, which I don't know how I pulled them off perfectly, but I did. So I'm just trying to find a good spot to put those, and that beer is in the photo, so I thought that would be a perfect spot to put one of those. I'm going to glue that down, and I end up filling in a couple of the blank writing spaces on that page in this journal session soon. I never know what's coming next. It's like watching it for the first time like you are. So anyway, I am going to go around this swatch page here with my black Posca paint pen marker. This is a burlap page, so there's not a lot of things that I've found that I enjoy doing on it. so I usually glue paper on top of it. So I went ahead and glued this piece of paper that like swatched a bunch of my different supplies on the black paper, because a couple of months ago I did a black pages only challenge for myself. And I decided to go ahead and just doodle a little border and some of my stars around it, just to kind of finish the page off so it didn't look so weird, like that thing was just pasted in there, even though there's nothing wrong with that. But I did like how the stars came out. I feel like it just pulled that page together. And of course, I mean, I'm obsessed with doodling stars, period. I feel like I say this in every video, but I love it so much. And you can never have too many. So I had just gone around and doodled a bunch of larger ones, and then I'm just kind of filling in the gaps with some smaller ones, and that's where that lands. So here, like I said, I just filled in a bunch of the rest of the journaling space that I needed to fill in. Usually I have like I put the photos down that I need to journal about, and then I'll kind of fill in some gaps, and then eventually I get to the writing part. And it's not that I'm like writing anything spectacular. I'm just trying to capture why I put the thing in there. Like I put that deer die cut in there, and that went with the story, so I wanted to make sure that I put that in there. And then of course explain why I have a random photo of Skinny Pop popcorn in there. So it's not a big deal if I don't write it right after, because they're not huge events, but I do just want to note those things so that eventually when I come back to it I can be like, oh yeah, that's why that was there. So I just went in and added some washi tape. I'm not like a huge fan of how that looks. I have a love-hate relationship with washi tape. I love using it for tip-ins, and then I try to use it for other things, and sometimes it just looks really awkward. But I'm trying my best to use the things I have. So I put a couple of pieces of that down. I put down a heart sticker. I'm just going over the date that was written on that photo because it wasn't standing out very well. And then I'm going through my sticker collection and just pulling out different things that I can kind of fill in the gaps with. This is one of my favorite parts, is kind of putting in the little bits and tying it all together. It's one of the reasons that I really enjoy slow journaling and just building pages over time, because they come out so much better, I feel, when I take my time, rather than if I had just rushed through it and done it all at once. It's very organic, and things end up being random, but they're a lot more kind of filled out, and it's fun to try to tie the different things together. Excuse the dog barking. But yeah, I pulled the sticker off and I didn't like where I was going to put it, so then I had to find a random place to put it. Hello, my creative peeps. I thought we could have a little chat together. Shadow might come and join us. So excuse this. It's like unusually hot today and I just can't be bothered. So welcome to the usual Hot Mess Express, Leanne. What are you eating, Shadow? He's trying to kill flies. Okay, so I have come to the realization that I need to start a different journal. And which is funny because I just did my journal updates for my patrons, and if you have no idea what I'm talking about, every month over on Patreon I post a video I call it my journal updates. Basically I flip through all of the journals and planners and things that I'm working in that since the last one, so like for a month, and talk about my feelings, my different things I've been doing. Basically it's like a flip through / chat about supplies and stuff. I had just done that, and if you're ever curious about getting extra content from me, you can check out my Patreon, which is always linked in the description box below. So anywho, I had just done that, and I was talking about how much I was loving my giant journal, and I was going to continue through it, maybe through like the entire year, and which I'm sure we were all laughing at because we know that's just not Leanne's style. And then I was sitting down to film part of this, basically I was going to film a journal with me video for you guys. And I sat down and I just didn't feel like putting any of my current stuff in my journal. Usually I kind of start out to my journaling sessions putting in like photos and stuff that I printed recently, and then I'll fill in gaps if I have time and things like that from past pages. So I was trying to figure out where I wanted to put my photos of this event that had happened, and it just, I couldn't find a spot for it. It didn't feel right. And then I was looking through my photos on my phone, and I saw some photos of my journals from like years ago. Of course, in the summer, I always tend to use like a insert, a standard size or something like that. So I saw that and I was like, ooh, let's do that. That's fun. I was like, okay, maybe it's just like the summer itch or whatever. So I decided that I would start a new journal, and I was like, maybe I'll start an insert in June. And then I realized that, which is not like a new realization, I've realized this before, but for some reason I always forget. It's because I have entered a new like phase of my life. And these aren't like huge, like whatever. It's just like when you move, or sometimes you like start focusing on different things and you just feel like you're not in the same place you were when you were using the other journal. And that's the point I'm at now. I just feel like putting those photos in an insert is going to be it feels good. It feels right. So I'm abandoning my giant journal. I'm not really abandoning it because I do want to keep working in it. I have like things from the past couple months or so that I have to like still put in there, and I want to fill in the writing gaps and stuff. So I don't want to say like I'm abandoning it. I really hope I don't. That has happened before though. I am notorious for starting a new journal and then I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna fill in the gaps. Blah, blah, blah. Life is, whatever. In a perfect world, I would finish it, but we'll just see how it goes. But I just wanted to share this with you guys because I know that there's a lot of guilt sometimes around starting a new journal, especially if you're the type of person who got like a Hobonichi, which is like a daily journal, or something like that, and you really wanted to be that type of person that like does it every day, and then you get to this point and you're like, ugh, I can't. There should be no shame. There should be no shame. Journaling is supposed to be fun, and if you never finish a journal front to back in your entire life, then it doesn't matter, because to you it's finished, right? Like to me, right now, as of last week, nothing that happened last week to the end of the year is going in that journal, because this is the end of that journal. It just lived its life, and I'm only halfway through it, and that's totally fine with me. If I had like less pages left in it, I have done this before where I just cut them out, like literally cut the pages out towards the spine, and then it's finished. Sometimes that makes me feel better, but this one it's not the type of journal that I would do that in. Again, in a perfect world, I would, finish out my summer in my insert and then go back to that. But I know that probably won't happen, and that's okay, because life's too short to work in a journal that you hate. I said it. So, me and my crazy hair are going to go, and we're going to start putting together my new journal insert. So, grab a cup and come join us. All right, let's do this thing. So, I made this insert last year, I believe last summer, and I put a 2021 label sticker on it because I thought I was going to start my year in it. I didn't realize that at the time that I was going to use my giant journal. So, full circle, here we go. Coming back to this baby. Let's go ahead and find the center. This is a journal insert that I made myself. I'm not sure if I think I already said that, but just in case I didn't, I'm just going to slip it into this cover here. And ta-da! This is a pocket that Jennifer gifted me last year too, so we're just gonna slip this in here so I can put some photos and things in there to journal with. And then I was looking for charms in this. I found this in my charm stash. This is a fluorite crystal. So I'm just going to go ahead and clip that on here. And there's my new setup. Thanks for watching. Just kidding. We're going to journal in it. Don't worry. Wouldn't that be like the shortest video ever? Like, okay, set on my journal. Done. All right. I'm so excited. I already have this bat on here, I guess, which is cool. Yeah, let me just look at this. I am, if you like the looks of this journal, I'm working on a journal collection right now. It doesn't look like this one, but that should be up shortly. So make sure you're subscribed to my insider newsletter, because my patrons and my insider peeps on my newsletter get first dibs. I let them know first when those go up. So if you want to be an insider, that's also in the link below. I send out like one a month, if that, so don't worry. No spam coming your way if you decide to do that. I want to put some type of sticker on the inside. I know I have these like nature ones. I just gotta figure out where they were or where they are. I purchased them from Sticky a while ago and they were really cool. They're like, here they are. They're like little scenes. So I definitely want to put one of those in here. Just think that would be fun to kind of stick on the inside cover here. Let's put this one down here. Cool. Alright, do I want to use some more? Don't know. See if there's anything I want to like highlight in these words on this page here. Alright, the story doesn't really mean anything to me, but I did see some words that I like. So unusual, this star rises, sunlight, impenetrable, victory, ancient name of the deep. Alright, I'll probably end up covering those with something at some point, but it's just a fun way to start the background. So that's cool. I'm just going to go ahead and pull these out. Maybe I could put this in here. So these tickets, I just had all of those. These are photos that are going to go in my big journal still. I just had that big bunch of photos that I was going to put in. I want to find a way to incorporate this, which is going to be more challenging than it would have been in my giant journal for sure. Oh, here are all the photos. So let's put these photos in the back. Ow, I just hit myself in the face with that. So we'll slip these in here so that I know I need to journal with those. That is definitely going there. And I'm hoping, oh yeah. This fits. I could put it on back here. Or here. This is a movie I went to see with Chris and my dad. Maybe I can cut down here so that they're not so, don't take up so much of the page. Alright, and if you're new to my to my journaling videos, you're probably confused as to why I'm not putting this on the first page and I'm putting it like in the middle of the journal, but this is just how I work. I work like I put it where it feels right. So yeah, this is where we're gonna put it. And there's a date on it, so, or at least I hope there's a date on it. So I'll know when it's from, and it won't be a big deal. I'm also going to put some packing tape over the front of these so that the writing doesn't rub off. I know there is some debate on whether the packing tape causes the writing to disappear or not. In my experience, it doesn't. It preserves it. I'll show you what tape I use. I can't, of course, guarantee that your tape won't do that, but in my experience, that's never happened to me. So for me, it always just preserves the writing. Alright, and I'm going to go ahead and cut this bit off. Oops, so that it looks more like, because I left that little gap at the top. So this is the tape I use. It's the Scotch brand shipping tape. This happens to be the heavy duty tape, but I just find that the Scotch brand shipping tape always does a fine job. So I'm going to go ahead and just line this up with the edge of my ticket so that I can still use this part of the page, because if I put tape on there, then that's the end of that. And then I'm going to cut the ends off. And just smush it down. Ta-da! Sometimes I'll do this, I'll cover them in tape with like excess around the edges and then put it on so that that's what holds the tickets on, but I think that's fine for now. Let's go in and put this on. This is Chris and I's favorite summer beer. Summer beers and fall beers are like the best. I don't really drink beer any other time unless I'm like going out and I feel like having one, but there's just nothing like having summer and fall beers outside, you know? Just one in the afternoon while you're having your lunch just elevates everything. Or like by the fire at night when it starts to cool off. It's just so nice. And I don't know how this happened, but somehow I pulled this label off the bottle with like no problem at all. Like I literally don't know how it happened. That's like never a thing, but it just 100% came off all clean except for that little bit at the bottom, and it was just such a beautiful moment. Okay. Let's look at this. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with this just yet. But I do know that I may have to put this in in my big journal, but I want to cut around this. This is the box insert that comes in. We get a bark box for Shadow. It comes with like toys and treats every month, and they're really good about like customizing, which has been very helpful. So, but they have like each month that has a different theme. And this past one we got was Breakfast in Bed, which I'm just obsessed with, like all the little illustrations and stuff they have on it. I think they're too cute. And then the one before that was like a spa day, which I definitely put in my other journals. So I just love these food illustrations. I think they're so cute. So I'm going to cut them out. Like I said, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with it yet. Let's... Surprise and shine. That's too funny. I always like get disappointed. I look at these and I'm like, oh, we got this one, but I wish we got that one. And I wish you could pick which ones they got. Of course, I'd probably order all of them every month and then be super broke and have like a million dog toys. But I don't know. They come up with such fun ones. Oh, I cut the waffle off. I didn't want to do that. Oh well. Alright, I'm not sure. I think this would be a fun background. But I'm just going to leave this like this. This is perfect, actually, for these photos. Oh god, that's perfect. For these photos that I need to journal. I'm going to see if I can, yep. So this is pretty thick cardboard, but because of that, I can peel off the back and make it thinner so it doesn't add as much bulk. And it also helps it look a little more seamless when you're putting stuff in. Unless, of course, you can only separate half of it, in which case it's going to look a little funky because it's going to be two different thicknesses, but I think I got it. There. Okay. I'm going to stick this in here. I think I might add, let's see. I want to add a pocket somewhere because I want to do a little bit of journaling about why I switched journals. So let me get my stash of pockets real quick. So I just have this bag of like envelopes and stuff. I have adhesive pockets and just all kinds of crazy things in here. Let's see. I have pockets of like things people have sent me. I might be able to like do the date. Nope. That's okay. What else do we have? There's a lot of pockets in here I love, but I don't want it to be like huge. And I had envisioned maybe something see-through. Alright, so let's start with this. I mean, this could fit perfectly, right? This poor bat. I want to keep him, but I want to move him. And I probably should try to separate him. This is definitely a chipboard piece. So I'm going to do the same thing I did with that Sunrise and Shine that you just saw. And we're going to just take off all the layers except for the front one that he's printed on. Perfect. So let me see if you can see this. So this is how thick it was, and then I removed it. So I'm going to recycle this part. You could use the back, but I'm not going to. And then you just have a thin front piece for your journal. Ooh, he could be cute on the bag. Hooray. Oh no, there's so many good choices. I have these adhesive pockets. I never use these though because they're so freaking tiny you can't fit anything in there. Which drives me crazy, as you may have heard from my voice. I do love the girl with the donuts. Ooh, these are so good too. The corner pockets. I think I'm going to go with the vellum though. Or the glassine. So then I'm going to get this out. I recently put all of my, like, anything that could be a tip in or like a card to write on in this basket. I got this from Ocean State Job Lots for like, I don't know, $3 or something. It's meant to be like a fridge bin, I think, but it worked perfectly for this. So, let's see. This, I really like that, but it's going to be too wide. The Life is Beautiful is cute. Although if I'm going to put the bat on it, you're not really going to be able to see whatever I put in here. I also think it needs to be a little bigger. It's definitely going to need a tab. Ooh, I like that. Let's do this. So this is a Tim Holtz journaling card with like the dates on it. And I can put a tab on there because it's May. So I don't have to worry about covering it up. And if I put him there, you'll be able to see still. Okay, great. All right, let's glue this down. I ran out of tape runner, of course, earlier, so hold on. Okay, new tape runner. Put this here. It feels like coming home being in one of these. In like an insert. Don't get me wrong, I love my Bic journal. Like, it was such a fun challenge, and I'm obsessed with like how the pages come out, and there are definitely things in there that I'm gonna like miss, especially having all of the real estate to like put things in. But just being able to like do this type of stuff again and being in this size, it feels like coming home. And I'm so happy. Oh, well, got some adhesive there, so there we go. On the back here, I need to glue some type of scrap paper that I can write on. Oh, I have this. This was like an accidental printout. I'm not a huge fan though. I feel like it needs to flip down. I know that doesn't make any sense right this second, but alright, this is some tea-dyed paper scrap. And I want it about yay wide. Okay. And then, let's put these back. I want to fold it like this. Oh my gosh, it's the perfect size. So that I can, like, if I want to write a lot, I can write in there and then tuck this in here. Oh, so perfect. Okay. I love when a plan comes together. Tape runner. Always losing. Does anyone else, like, you just get creating and you're so in the moment that, like, everything ends up everywhere, and then you, like, lose your scissors and your glue, and, like, you get done and your desk looks like a mountain of stuff everywhere, and you have to put up back all the bits that you, like, auditioned and it didn't work out. It's just part of the process, you know? Or are you a super tidy crafter? Let me know. It takes all kinds. Okay, there's that. Let's get some tabs up in here. Okay, so I reorganized my tabs. And I put them someplace and I could not find them for the life of me, and I just found them. So, again, does that ever happen to anyone else? Oh boy. Alright, I have these tabs. A lot of you are going to ask me where I get my tabs. A lot of these are printed off of paper that I created myself and then punched using my tab punch. My tab punch should be linked in my Amazon favorites. If you don't have one and you'd like to get one. And you can get, I often send tabs with my Patreon Happy Mail. So every month I send out a Happy Mail to my patrons that are in the Happy Mail tier. And it usually consists of all the new sticker releases from my shop, as well as some other goodies like a custom designed piece of scrapbook paper and some matching tabs. So if you're interested in that, and I still do that, check out my Patreon page. I'm always changing my Patreon rewards, so if you're watching this like way in the future, I may look like a big fat liar, but I swear at one point that was a thing. So head on over there and check that out if you want. Another shameless plug, but I'm so bad at like telling people like, hey, this is a thing that you can like subscribe to if you want, or like this is a thing that I put up in the Etsy shop. Like, I'm terrible at marketing, so I'd rather just tell you about it randomly like that. So, and if you join because of something I said in a video, please let me know so that I know to keep doing that. I think I'm going to do these blue stars. You can like punch your own out of scrapbook paper too. That's like super fun. That's what that one is. It's a scrapbook paper punch out. All right. Where do I want to put this? Put it right in the middle. I feel like we need to center balance again after that bat. And February, I don't know. The first like 4 months of the year are literally my least favorite. I don't know why. I don't even know if it has to do anything with the months themselves, but just like the way they're written. Is that weird? Probably. Until the end of the year, to me, is way more exciting. And looks like way better written than the rest of it. Alright, so do I want to use the yellow or the teal or the purple? Let's do purple. May. What's today? Is it the 19th? I literally have no idea. It's the 19th. Apparently I did know. Alright. And then I'll do my little journaling on the back there. Maybe I'll be good about forming the habit and do that now. Okay, so I finished my little writing there. I just kind of wrote about, you know, needing to change journals, and then I wrote a little hello letter, I wrote a little hello letter and a letter of intention to my journal, which is something that I've been doing. I did it in my big journal as well. Just kind of talking about how I want to feel in the journal, things I'm going to fill it with, thanking it for being the vessel and the receptacle for that. And you just share so many special moments with your journal. I feel like it's its own entity. And then if that's a little too woo for you, then that's fine. But that's kind of how I see things. I did want to go ahead and put some kind of like sticker or picture or something on this side of it. So I have my big bucket of like die cuts, and I believe I put my vinyl stickers in here. So we should be able to find something that could be fun. That's just like a magazine cutout. I could also look at my magazine cutouts, but I feel like they're probably going to be a little big. That could be fun. Let's see. Ooh, I like that. I'm going to use this triangle. I can never get the backing off. Come on. Alright, not as centered as I wanted it, but it's really hard with those washi stickers. I kind of want to write with my label maker. I'm just going to put changes. This is literally like my new favorite thing. Thank you again for the millionth time for to my Aunt Jeannie for getting this for me. It was either like my birthday or Christmas or something. I don't know why I held off getting one for so long. They're not really that expensive. So this will also be, oops, I'm doing the space instead of the cut. I will also have that linked in my Amazon favorites. I should probably actually make sure that they are. Changes. All I can think of is the Changes song that plays in Shrek. That's like literally the only thing that's running through my mind right now. I haven't seen that movie since I was a kid. And I'm sure the song is, obviously this song is like from something else. They just used it for the movie, but that's all I can think of. Just kind of comical. Changes. Okay. That's in there. I saw some things in here. I was like, maybe I want to put that in my new journal. And then, ooh, I want to put this on the cover. Let's do it. Awesome. Do I have anything else that I want to put in here? No, I think that's going to be it for today. So not a bad journal break-in, right? So this is my journal. I think she's a little wider than a standard insert. I already had the 2021 on there. We added this, my beer label, the sticker, and circled some words. We made my little intro letter to the journal intention, whatever you want to call it, card in that little pocket. I added my tickets, and I have my pictures and a little bit of ephemera all ready to go for my first little like official journal session in here. So that's it for me today, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this journal session and my little chit chat about changing journals. Hope you found it inspirational and felt a little better. If you wanted to change and maybe were feeling uneasy about it, just do it. Life is too short. Okay. Let me know in the comments below if you've changed, if you want to change, if you're like one for the whole year kind of girl or guy or whatever. Just let me know in the comments below. I love chit-chatting with you guys. It's so much fun to hear what you guys are up to as well as what you liked about the videos and stuff. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you to my patrons for sponsoring today's video. They make what I do over here possible so that I can keep doing things like this and pay my bills and feed my puppy dog. So I'm eternally grateful for them and them putting up with my constant rearranging of the amazing benefits that they get for their support over there. If you'd like to check out what Patreon is all about, you can check it out in the description box below. I know I've already mentioned it a couple times. I also have some more like spiritual type offerings over there, as well as obviously my usual art journal stuff. So I'll leave that for you guys, and I'll catch you guys in my next one. Take care, guys. Bye.